Hi, this is the start of a new series of videos in which I will show you how to crochet. Hi, I am right-handed myself. I have mirrored my recordings for you in this video. Because of that, you will find that, for example, wraps that are around here are mirrored. And sometimes I will insert a pause or pictures to make things a bit clearer. I only got the idea to make my video suitable for left-handers later on. My sincerest apologies for not thinking of this earlier. I will try to take that into account in future videos. A couple of videos were already recorded, so I hope you don't mind that I didn't redo them. I hope that I can also teach you how to crochet with this video series. What do you need to crochet? Well, of course, yarn, fancy yarns, and crochet hooks. And crochet hooks come in all types and prices. This is a very affordable set that I have. I really like to work with this one. And well, this is Dutch haaknaalden. And it says here crochet needles or crochet hooks. It's the same. And this set has all types, all sizes of hooks. This one is for 2 millimeters, and this at the right here is even for 8 millimeter for very, very thick yarns. And well, I will put this aside, and well, on the hook itself it says what size it is, and I will zoom in a little bit to show you. And here you see it says 5 millimeter, and here it says 4.5 millimeter. I'm Dutch, and first I will zoom out again and switch back. I'm Dutch, and we have the metric system here, and the hook sizes are in millimeters. And I know in a lot of countries they use different types of sizing, and I will have a chart on my website where you can see which hook to use instead of the metric system, so you can take a look at that. This hook is ergonomically shaped. It really is very nice to have in your hand. And this is the way that I hold it. I hold it like a pencil, so just when you write, you know, with a pen, I hold it this way. Some people prefer to hold it this way, and I sometimes use that. There are sometimes situations that I have to, push a little more, and this can help to push better. But usually I hold it like this. And well, which size hook do you need for which yarn? And here I have an example, Scheepjes Color Crafter. And when you look on the wrap here, that's around the yarn, you can see here a crochet hook and a knitting needle. And the crochet hook, it says 4, that means it's 4 millimeter. And it's also said DK, that's also about the size of the yarn. And well, here I have another type of yarn that I use a lot. And here it says it's between 2 and 4. I hope you can see this. And well, it also depends on your way of working, if you work loosely or tightly. And especially with clothing, it is very important to make a swatch to see if the recommended number of stitches in 10 by 10 centimeter is what you also do with your hook, and then you need to go up or down a size if it does not really, is the same as what the pattern says. So that is something to consider. And well, another thing that I use a lot are stitch markers. And these are very helpful for counting stitches. And if you need some help where to start in a row, where to end in a row. So just very helpful. So please consider buying a set of stitch markers, and preferably with different colors. That's sometimes very handy. And well, let's do the crocheting. So let's make a start. And the first thing that we will do is make a slip knot. And the slip knot will be put on your hook so that you can start with the chain. There are ways that you don't have to make a slip knot, but for now let's just make a slip knot because it's very common to do. This is how I usually do it. There are different ways to do it, but I do it like this, and it also is actually the same method that I will use for a magic ring of a magic circle when you start working in circles. So well, this is how I do it. Here is the end of the yarn. I will have the yarn in my hand here. I cross it over here, and then I will take the yarn here, this, and then just pull on it so that you have a knot here with a loop. And don't pull it super tight. And then I place it on my hook, and then I pull on it and take care that it's on my shaft of my hook and that I can easily slide it. So don't make it a death grip because that will make it very hard to make the first stitch. So I will show it again. Here is the end of my yarn, and then put the yarn in your hand, make a loop, cross it over like this, and then pick up the yarn here, and you can also do it with your hook if you want to, and then just pull on it, and then put it on your hook, and then you have your slip knot. Next thing is how I hold my yarn. What I usually do is this. I put it in my hand. I put the yarn behind my pinky and I put it over my finger here. So it looks like this here. And I have my hook here with the knot here, and it's situated here at my finger. Well, I know a lot of, I think especially American American crocheters have it with a finger stretched here. I usually never do that. Simply because I never learned to do it that way, but I also find it very comfortable to have my hand like this. It's very, yes, what I said, comfortable to have it like this. And another thing that I also do is when I start working, I close my hand like this. So you don't have to wrap your yarn around your pinky. It's simply not necessary, because when you close your hand, there is enough tension on your yarn to work. Another thing that I do is hold my end of my yarn here with my thumb, and I don't pull it super tight like this. I just hold it very loosely, and then we will first start making and then we will start making the first stitch, and it's kind of, yeah, how shall I put it? My hook and my finger, my hand work together to make that stitch. So what I do, I turn my hand like this a little bit so that my hook is here, and I think that I had better zoom in a little bit more so you can probably see it a bit better, like this. And again, a little repeat, I hold my hook like a pencil. I position my hook like this, so the point is on my finger here, and so that I can very easily slide under that yarn, and then I turn my hook, and I also help a little bit with my hand to be able that when I pull back the yarn, and you see I hold my thumb here to pull it through that loop. And then I have the yarn pulled up, and then I stop. So again, I put my hook like this on my finger, I go under the yarn, and then I turn my hook and help with my hand to pull it through that loop on my hook. And then what you must not do is do this. Don't pull up that loop a lot, because that will give you stitches that are way too loose. So of course, when you do make this chain and you have to work on it in the next row, you don't want it to be super tight, because if you work too tight and then you will make stitches in this chain, then when you have done these stitches, they are a little bit thicker, and then it will have a kind of, how do you call it in English? I'm Dutch. I have to sometimes look for the right words. It goes around a little bit, and then it's too tight on the bottom. So yeah, you have to work a bit loosely. So don't pull up like this, but do not make it very tight like this, because it's very hard to get your hook through when you make the next chain. And so yeah, you have to kind of practice it. It becomes very, like second nature when you do this and when you've practiced it. And and at the start maybe your stitches may not be even, but that will come in time when you have done this several times. And well, let's get back to making the stitches again. So here is what I do. You see, it is a very smooth motion. So let that hook and your hand, let them work together to make these stitches. So, and what I also do is that I reposition my thumb when I have done a couple of stitches. So now I've done 2, and then simply move my thumb up to the position where the hook is. So, well, then I will take out my hook and then we will see how many stitches I have made. You never count the loop that is on your hook. So remember that, never count this. This is number 1 here. So I have now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and I have a little chart, so I will do 2 more, 15, 16. So let's count it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You see that all these chains are kind of a V shape that grab into each other, and each one is a stitch. And we also have a back here, and you see here these little bumps here, and let's count them so that you can also see how that is counted. So this is where the yarn to the ball is, and here's the very first loop, the bump here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Well, that is about counting, and well, when you have a written description for making your project, you will mostly see that it's abbreviated to CH for chain. So if you read 16 CH, that is 16 chains. I will also show the chart, because every crochet stitch is represented by a symbol, so you can use charts. I will have them on my website, so you can download it there. And well, another thing that I wanted to mention is that say you have a pattern and that consists of 16 stitches, then you often see that you have to make 1 extra stitch or chains, or 2 or 3 or even more. These are called turning chains, because when you go back working from right to left, you need some height to make the next stitch, and it depends on which stitch you will make, how many turning chains you will need. So that is another thing that I wanted to mention, so don't be surprised if you encounter that. And well, about oh yeah, when you will go work the next row, it is possible to work into that top loop here. You can also work in that bottom loop here. I hope you can see it here. And you can work in the bumps here. But I will cover that all in the coming videos when we learn to do single crochets, double crochets, half double crochets, and so on. So well, I will see you back in these videos.